A shocking video has surfaced showing Indian immigrants being chained before being deported from the United States. The footage, released by White House official X account, shows Indians in handcuffs and shackles, their hands, feet, and bodies tied with chains as they board a deportation flight. This has sparked outrage and led to protests from opposition leaders in India who are calling it inhumane treatment. Many believe that while deportation is a legal process, the manner in which these individuals were treated was excessive and humiliating. The release of this footage has reignited debates over how deportees should be handled and whether such strict measures are justified for non-violent immigration cases. The 40-second video provides close-up shot of officers securing restraints, deportees walking up steel stairs to the aircraft while being fully shackled, and rows of chains laid out, showing the large scale of this operation. Though let me tell you that the faces of the deportees are not visible, but it is very clear that a significant number of Indians were forcefully restrained during this removal from the United States. The release of this footage comes at a time when 332 Indian nationals were recently deported from the US on 3 military aircrafts, and it landed in Amritsar, India. Many deportees have since spoken out about their horrific experience, stating that they were chained for the entire journey and not allowed to use the toilet freely. With that, they were treated like criminals despite the fact that they were undocumented immigrants and not convicts. In the meantime, Michael W. Banks, the head of US Border Patrol, had previously released a similar video showing Indian immigrants being sent back to India. This has led strong criticism from Indian opposition parties who are calling it really harsh and unjust. Opposition leaders argue that while deportation itself is not an issue, the way these individuals are treated was excessive and degrading. Chaining them like violent criminals, even when they were simply undocumented migrants, raises serious concern and some serious ethical questions. They have called on Indian government to take a very stronger stand and demand that deportees should be treated with dignity during such processes. In response to the outrage, Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar addressed the matter in the parliament. He explained that the US follows strict deportation protocol and restraining deportees has been a part of their standard operating procedure, and that too for years. He further clarified that this was not a new practice, and deportees in previous years had also been brought back in restraints. However, he assured that only men were shackled, while women and children were not mistreated. This particular statement suggested that this was not targeted discrimination against Indians, but it was a standard US immigration policy applied to all deportees regardless of their nationality. But the release of this video has led to heated debate on whether such harsh deportation measures are actually necessary or not. Many are questioning if undocumented immigrants deserve to be treated like criminals, specifically when many of them risk their life, pay a huge amount of money to the smugglers, and suffer through a dangerous journey just to reach the US in search of better opportunity. At the very same time, some argue that the US is simply enforcing its law and that deportation rule exists to maintain immigration control. Others believe that India should push back against the way that its own citizens were treated, ensuring that even deportees are treated with basic dignity during transportation. This situation is also a harsh reality check for Indians who are still considering illegal immigration. Every single year, thousands of young Indians sell their entire land, take massive loans, and pay crores to human smugglers, hoping to enter the US or other Western countries through illegal routes. Many believe that they will somehow legalize their status once they arrive. But let me tell you, in reality, many are detained, deported, and humiliated. The release of this video should serve as a wake-up call about the dangers and consequences of illegal migration. The question now is, what happens next? Will India officially protest this treatment of its citizens, or it will simply accept the US's explanation that is simply a part of standard immigration procedures? Should India demand better treatment for the deported nationals, or is this a necessary part of strict immigration enforcement? This particular debate is far from over, and many are willing to see how both the Indian and US government responds to the growing outrage. You tell me, should deportees be given basic dignity during transport, or is this just the standard security protocol?